considering today is the eve of the CYL event, there isn't exactly many topics to cover. Instead, I'm just going to make this more of a hodgepodge of a video and answer a lot of questions that I've been getting, especially the really crazy ones. I think the most crazy of which being people asking me if they should still save orbs. Fuck no! I'm not a psychopath! At least that's what my therapist told me. Now, this is gonna be the one thing that we're gonna be spending all of our orbs on. This was the entire purpose behind, like, when I first did the video, what, like 3 months ago? Telling people to save in preparation for Choose Your Legends? Oh, man. I mean, the entire point of saving orbs in the first place is so that way you can spend them all at once on something and generally be efficient with it, making use of those pity rates and, you know, having the luxury to stop when you want to. Just essentially being able to have a choice versus only having, you know, less than 100 orbs or so and then not getting a 5-star and just watching as that increased pull rate just fades off into existence as the banner fades away. That's relatively depressing. That's one situation that I hope to avoid by saving orbs, even though sadly I do have to pass up on a good amount of banners, even if they are good. But this one is the best thus far. But yeah, definitely don't save your orbs. Of all things to pass up, this is one to not pass up. Even if you get your free summon, it's... because you get to have a free 5-star. That's confirmed, that is fact. But you should still try to pull another 5-star focus off this banner. And there's been people asking about whether these units will be limited or they'll just be new heroes added to the normal hero pool. I originally thought they were going to be limited because that would make sense, right? Especially super powerful ones like this. But it may not be the case, and I can't confirm one way or the other what it's going to be exactly because I'm not even sure, and I tried researching it a bit. I didn't really find any definitive answers other than you know, people saying, oh, this banner is similar to other ones, and they didn't say these were special or limited units or whatever. So I'm not going to say one way or the other, but if they're not limited, holy shit. These are some powerful units to just throw into the normal hero pool. I'll just say that much. God damn. But yeah, although this may be the absolute culmination of all of my efforts thus far on YouTube, this isn't even close to the end of my channel or saving orbs in general, because there's still more things out there to save your orbs in preparation for. I'm not going anywhere. I am going to continue being your free-to-play guide from now until I don't feel like it anymore? Question mark? That's probably when it's gonna end. Or maybe like when Fire Emblem Heroes just isn't, you know, popular anymore? Question mark? Another question mark? Triple question mark? All of the question marks. Just give me the box. Give me the whole box. Yeah, dump that out. Okay, good. There we go. I'm gonna need those. Alright. So, as far as future plans are concerned and like, you know, saving your orbs and those videos, those will obviously like peter off a bit because I don't think any future orbs I already have plans for, or future banners. Yeah, I don't have plans for future orbs either. Are gonna be nearly as meta breaking or shaking or destroying as this banner. At least that I know of yet. I mean, they're probably going to outdo themselves in the future, but I don't think it's going to be the near future anyway. But the banners I'm looking forward to, and I think are inevitable, are the Radiant Dawn banner, Thracia 776, 2 games of which are extremely underrepresented. So I feel like a banner for those two games will be soon on the horizon. There's a Beast Shifter banner. I'm not saying that there is one, but that's what I'm speculating will come down the line, because Beast Shifters have been a big thing, especially in the Radiant games, ever since those ones. And they've been present in Awakening and Fates, continuing onward, I'm assuming. So you can't just ignore that entire, essentially, race of characters. IS being racist? Because they got dragon shifters, and they don't have beasts, or birds, for that matter. Pretty much bird shifters were exclusive to Radiant games, I believe. But there's gonna be a Halloween event. They can't just pass that up. Come on. On top of that, little hint to maybe like a future speculation video, I'm thinking that there's gonna be a Headless Horseman Hector and a Scarecrow Henry. That's what I'm speculating, at least. I think those two characters would be super interesting. I know there's a lot of Henry fans out there, and Henry is a very funny and interesting character, too. And I'd be really happy if he got, like, an alternate costume that, with stats and weapons and abilities, that would make him, like, actually good. Because I think there's too many characters in the game right now that aren't particularly viable, and just kind of get snuffed in the fact that they're not particularly usable even by the people who really want to use them, like if they're their favorite character. Like, you know, the Henry fans. He's not that great and he's really hard to utilize. Not saying that, like, they're crap, but... yeah, I guess they're saying they're crap, but really hard to use. Really, really hard. So I'm hoping that some of these fodder units, essentially, can get some, you know, better representation also. And then finally, one that's also been on the horizon for a while is the Christmas one, which has been slightly leaked a long time ago with the reindeer Tharja and the Christmas tree Robin. So there's a lot of stuff on the horizon. And I realized that, you know, because you guys already know I'm going to blow, like, almost all of my orbs on the CYL banner. This is a thing I've been waiting for so long. So, I do realize that if any of the banners that I just speculated about come out in the very near future after CYL, I realize I could end up having to pass those up because I won't have the orbs to properly summon on them. I realize this. I realize it. That's, you know, shit happens sometimes. Like, if a Radiant Dawn banner comes out right after CYL, it'll be slightly disappointing, but I'll have absolutely no regrets. Just to let you guys know. Because I know some people have asked about it, so before a more large deluge of people ask about it, then there's the answer right there. Oh, people have asked me about support conversations and what I think about them. They seem neat, but I actually think it's a bad omen. If we're getting stat boosts from absolutely nowhere, for, you know, giving them essentially nothing in return for something, I feel like we're gonna pay for it in the form of even more difficult maps, battles, and such. And we already have some pretty difficult shit, like the Volter and Legion Grand Hero Battle, the Squad Assault stuff. That shit's pretty difficult. And I think with support conversations, if we're essentially getting them for nothing, if we don't have to, like, pay feathers, or... you know what? Maybe that's what support conversations are going to be paid with. Not feathers. I'm kind of going off on a tangent. But maybe they're going to be paid with those badges and stuff that we have extremely little use for. Maybe that's how they'll be spent. Maybe we'll actually have a use for some of that stuff now. That would be actually very nice. But I still feel like it's a bad omen and that we're going to be getting boosted stats from nothing in order to use against even harder stuff. Maybe. Unless it's, you know, one of those situations where they're just giving us something for nothing to help us out, which was unprecedented in the form of a free 5-star summon in the CYL banner, which is pretty groundbreaking too. Holy shit. And then, yeah, I think I covered just about all of the topics that I have listed here. I actually had to write some notes down so I didn't forget, especially because I like to ramble, but luckily I think I stayed on topic and said all the things I wanted to say. I thought it would be interesting to use a bunch of heroes I don't normally use in Arena, you know, especially not very meta units like Carel, Clarice, you know, because there's plenty of better bow users, I suppose. I'm really satisfied with my Clarice. She does a lot of heavy lifting. And then, you know, Male Robin and Legion doing some work. But, yeah. Hopefully this video goes up tonight, and yeah, I'll see you in CYL.